Welcome to Tactical Tycoon Radio, reloading the American dream, bringing you all the stuff you've never heard of but can't live without. Whether it's new, up and coming, or just plain exciting, independent American businesses are what we'd love to share with you. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Tactical Tycoon Radio. My name is Gino, and with me is my co-host Sean. Sean, say hi.
Hey Gino, what's going on?
Not too much, my friend. So what we wanted to do on this first episode is kind of give everyone a brief overview of us. We're hoping to bring you a whole lot of gear reviews, expose you guys to some brand new up-and-coming companies, just generally have fun in the shooting world. So, Sean, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, what do you want to know? I guess I got started in the firearms industry about 5 years ago. My wife Shelly decided one day that after she moved in and we got engaged, that she wanted to learn how to shoot my shotgun in case something ever happened. After that, we happened to be driving by GAT there in Dundee, and I want to learn how to shoot a pistol, and it snowballed from there. We have a small armory in the house and a couple thousand rounds of ammunition laying around.
Fantastic. So I've been working in the shooting industry since 2011. I've worked in gun stores. I've worked for holster manufacturers. I've worked almost in every facet of the industry. I didn't start shooting until I was 21, and because guns were actually not allowed in the house that I grew up in. So as soon as I turned 21 and was able to legally own a pistol, I bought my first pistol 3 days later, and it has kind of snowballed from there. I'm a NRA certified instructor, range safety officer instructor, chief range safety officer, basic rifle certified, and I think I've got a couple of others that I'm forgetting, but all that weird alphabet soup.
Yeah, I got a couple alphabets.
Yeah. So what we want to do on the podcast is find the small business, the guy that's just starting out, that's making fantastic products, but just doesn't have his name out there. Everybody's heard of Remington, everybody's heard of Colt, everyone's heard of Smith & Wesson, but there are so many people that are in this industry that are making fantastic stuff that's just as good, if not better, than all these huge guys out there that just need a little bit of exposure. We also want to focus on new things that you wouldn't necessarily think even exist. One of the really cool features of working in the firearms industry is it is full of unique American ingenuity. If there's a problem that somebody identifies as, hey, you know what? I might need that. There's probably someone out there that has that same problem and is already working on something.
There's a fix for everything everywhere.
There is always a fix for everything everywhere.
People will find a way to get around it with duct tape, with machines, with everything. They'll find a way to get around the problem.
So, Sean, what's your favorite gun?
Well, you know this. I'm pretty much a Springfield whore.
I know it. I just wanted our listeners to know it.
So, I have a Springfield XDM 5.25 inch competition. I have a Springfield Mod 2 subcompact. That's my carry gun. I have a 1911 TRP. I have an XDS.
For those of you keeping track on the home game, that's also made by Springfield.
Yeah, well, everything I've got. I've also got a new addition. I have just got a Springfield M1A CQB SOCOM.
Very cool. Very cool. That is a 308 based on the...
it's a 16-inch barrel with a 308 chamber.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. 308 is definitely my favorite caliber ever. I have owned the FN FAL in 308, the Springfield M1A in 308, the PTR, which is it's an American-made German G3 clone. I'm a really, really, really big fan of 308 quote-unquote battle rifles. They're kind of my favorite go-to do-everything gun. Right now I'm working on putting together a 308 chambered AR that is proven to be all kinds of fun because unlike the AR-15, 308 ARs don't really have one standard spec. You've got DPMS, you've got DPMS profile, you've got Armalite profile. Some handguards won't work with some uppers, some lowers use different magazines. It
Yeah, there's
is
definitely seems to be not a lot of continuity in that game like there is in the AR-15 platform.
it's come a long way. It's gotten a lot better than where it has with all these smaller manufacturers making parts, realizing there's such a demand for it. What's really helped lately has been the proliferation of 6.5 Creedmoor, which is a longer range cartridge, but it's based in that same 308 size family. So you have a lot of manufacturers that are starting to make 6.5 parts, and then it's very simple. The only difference between the 6.5 and the 308, the bolt carrier group and the barrel. So a lot of people are starting to make 308 sized AR parts for the 6.5, which is awesome.
Yeah, I don't have the M1A is the only 308 I've got right now.
Did you test fire anything else before you went full on Springfield, or was it just,
So,
hey, Springfield, I like it, let's go with it?
hey, Springfield, I like it. Let's go get one.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah. I mean, I've shot plenty of 308 around, between the bullpup shoot and a couple other auto shoots and shows that I've been around, but I'm kind of a Springfield guy, so just
Yeah,
went with it.
that was the same thing that happened to me with handguns. I tried a bunch of stuff out, but I ended up buying a Glock 21 as my first pistol, and now the only kinds of pistols I own are Glocks. They fit right in my hand. I'm one of the weird people that they actually feel very, very, very comfortable. And I am a very big tinkerer, so I can change. I love the
Yeah,
fact that I can change barrels, springs, frames. I actually have a mutant Glock 19 it doesn't actually have a single part on it from Glock. There are no Glock OEM parts on it at all, which is well, except for the actually no, the Magpul mag, which is I just think that's awesome because it allows me to do literally whatever I want to my gun to make it my own.
right. Yeah, we went to GAT because obviously around here, GAT's the place to go if you want to check out anything. And Shelly and I were looking to buy our first pistol, and the guy that helped us there he set out the Smith and Wessons, he set out the Glocks, and he set out the Springfields, and he goes, just feel one, which one feels the best. And we knocked the Glock out because neither one of us liked that 2x4 feel that Glock gives you. And then it came down between the Smith and Wessons and the Springfields, and we picked up on the Springfields.
Awesome.
And now she also has become kind of a German handgun shooter. She has a H&K VP9 that she shoots her tactical class with, and now she also just bought a Walther Creed.
Does
Well, there,
she? Do either one of those have the German style magazine release in the trigger guard?
the VP9 has that little paddle
Okay.
release that's at the bottom of the trigger guard. The Walther is a standard, yet oversized button,
Okay.
typical button mag release.
Does the paddle release on the VP9 bother her at all?
No, she got used to it, and now we even put the bigger back straps on to help her shoot, to line her finger up with the trigger a little bit better, and it still doesn't bother her.
Aw,
She can change mags with just about anybody and keep up.
very cool. Do you have Do you have any fun anything going on? Any fun gun projects coming up? Any builds you're working on? Anything you're looking to get?
Uh, I've always playing with the XDM. I did put a Powder River trigger in there. I'm contemplating putting an RMR on it. Finances have been a little light lately, so projects are a little off. I got the M1A, and I had a scope for it. I put a what did I put on that thing? I had a Vortex. It's a 3x12x56 Crossfire 2 that I put on there. And yesterday I went out and got some blood on the new Browning Maxis shotgun. We did some pheasant hunting, and those are pretty much my projects. They're kind of complete right now, I guess.
Awesome.
Um,
I have to admit I was a little susceptible to the panic buying last year, and instead of completing any of my AR builds, I kept buying lowers, thinking, oh well, if I can at least get the lower, I can always come back and finish it. So right now I have
how many
a
lowers do you have laying around in pieces?
I have three build. I'm almost done with my mutant AR pistol that takes AK-47 mags.
Okay.
I've got a 308 AR that I'm just need a bolt carrier group and some dust cover, some miscellaneous upper parts. And then I have another one that I have just been clobbering together. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna go with a 16-inch 7.62 by 39 or a 16 or an 18-inch 5.56. I haven't decided yet.
Gotcha.
But one thing to tell everyone about is if you guys haven't noticed, there is no panic buy. The Donald Trump won the presidency. He is our president.
Right. Yep.
And what I'm starting to see now all over the industry is all of these companies that were sitting on just huge amounts of inventory, worrying if Hillary would have won, are now sitting on this inventory trying to get rid of it.
Right.
All these emails that I'm getting, I'm starting to see $5, $6, $7 PMags, uppers for under $200 with charging handles and bolt carrier groups. I'm starting to
Yep.
see all kinds of pistol mags on sale. The only thing I really haven't seen go down too much is I haven't seen a whole lot of ammo prices drop yet. I'm sure.
Well, and I'm sure it's going to happen, but my guess is that because to me, ammo is a lot more governed and restricted than the steel and the stuff that we make our guns out of because it's lead. So we do know that there were some problems in the lead industry, but I think eventually ammo prices will start coming down. I mean, these guys can't keep crapping it out like it is and not see the prices come down. My local gun store over here where I live, I mean, people are still griping that they can't find 22. Come on out here. I will shovel buckets of 22 at you. They
Yeah.
have thousands and thousands of rounds of mini mags, stingers. They've got buckets of Remington Golden bullets. I mean, he's got. I mean, it's out there. You just got to find. Be able to be willing to drive around a little bit and find it. It's out there.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's. I think it's going to be a good thing and a bad thing. It might be a little bit of a double-edged sword. You're
Right.
you're going to see the big name major manufacturers have to step their game up a little bit because people are going to start to want more for their dollar because there's going to
Right.
be so many options. The days of the entry level Bushmaster rifles selling for $1,500 to $2,000 because everyone's scared that they're going to get banned are over.
Good luck with that. You ain't gonna
Yeah,
sell that.
right. But on the flip side, the downside to that is all these guys that started their own companies to meet that increased demand that pretty much started in 2008 and we're just now coming off of, they're going to have to figure out ways to survive.
Right.
Everybody,
I have a feeling you're gonna see a lot of guys like Aries Arbor and all these guys that have their own custom lowers. I think you're gonna see a lot of these guys starting to get swallowed up by each other because you just can't have that many people out there doing the same thing and be able to make money.
right?
You know,
I mean, it's supply and demand, and people are not going to be able to hide behind an inferior product just
right?
because they have it available. The other thing you hopefully will see is a increase in better customer service across the board, because that's going to
Yeah,
be something that's going to have to set people apart. If you're
and that's true anywhere, but in this industry, if you don't have good customer service, you might as well just pack your bags and close your doors.
right, I mean the
When
old
Shelly got that Creed in, first day I brought it home for her, or she brought it home actually. I opened it. Took the slide off the frame, and the recoil spring was busted. There's a little plastic head on it that sits against the barrel. I don't know why they use plastic, but that was busted. She called them up on Monday, and on Monday afternoon they had one shipped out to her on 2 days. So customer service like that is going to be key in this game, I think.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, hopefully it'll go over all facets of the industry and the whole stereotype of the obnoxious gun store employee. Oh, you don't like what I like, so you don't know anything.
Right.
That'll go away too. Because one really positive thing that's kind of come off of this whole wave that the industry's been riding is there has been a lot of new shooters,
Oh yeah, yeah.
female shooters, first time shooters, people that have never picked up a gun, never held a gun. It's
I've had
not
Yeah, I've had so many people ask me just, what should I go get? What should I buy? You know, People that just have no idea what they're stepping into yet and are just trying to wade their way through the mass of manufacturers and opinions, you know, all the chairborne operators,
mall ninjas.
right? So it's a huge industry that is picking up new people from both sides of the political spectrum, and they are eating it alive, and they are loving it.
One of my big pet peeves when I used to work the gun counter is I had two real big ones. One, and I always instructed my sales staff that when a female walked in, don't automatically assume because she's a female that she's going to want the pink gun or the purple gun or the Tiffany blue gun.
Right.
Because that's kind of annoying to some women. They're like, oh, well, just because I'm a girl, I want the little tiny pink gun.
Try to sell those guns to my wife. See how that goes for
And the other
you.
the other pet peeve that I always had was the husband and wife comes in, and the husband picks out the gun for the wife.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, hey, maybe she should try it in her hand. It's going to be her gun. Oh, no, no, no. She wants a snubby 38 revolver. Well,
Until she shoots it.
right. I'm like, can she even cock the hammer back if she wants to put it into single action? Like, maybe she should hold the gun. But, yeah, those are two big pet peeves of
Yeah.
mine. And, that's something that hopefully we don't see as much of, at least the first one. The second one, I think that's always going to be the
I,
case.
that's that's more on the couple than it is on the sales staff. I mean, sales staff can't control what the customer wants
Right.
or what the customer thinks they want, you know. But yeah, I agree. You can't just think that every girl that walks in is going to want that pink little Taurus or that pink whatever, They may, but not all the time, and they especially may not want to carry that because it kind of stands out.
All right, guys. So what we're planning on doing for the show, we've got some interviews scheduled. Hopefully, we're shooting for a weekly show. That's the plan, at least. And every week, we're going to try to bring you some gear to review. We're going to try to get you an interview with a company every week. If anybody out there that works in the firearms industry, if you're a knife maker, if you're a tactical gear maker and you want to come on the show, feel free to contact us. You can either message us on our Facebook page at Tactical Tycoon Radio on Facebook, or you can email us at tacticaltycoonradio@gmail.com. We'd be more than happy to talk to you. Right now, we're currently setting up the Instagram page and the website itself. But we're two guys doing this on the side, so it might be a little slow in the beginning. All right, guys. I'm Gino.
I'm Sean.
We are Gun Culture 2.0.
Get out.
Get involved. Get
Get
shooting.
shooting.